Interiors. What do you think that means?
I am live, and my wife has asked me who Pineapple Interior is, and they have a truck parked in our parking lot. We don't know who they are. Hopefully, they're selling something good. What does it? What does it look like they're doing? Hmm? Hmm?
Moving stuff.
Oh, they're moving stuff. My name's Gary. I am going to post our link for today's activity on our website. Our website is thedenverguitarorchestra.com. You can get all the sheet music there and plenty more where that came from. We host guitar lessons here every Monday through Friday in this time slot. And you can, of course, get all the. It's meant for various levels of players. So, from players who are relatively new or players who are brand new, up to players who are really wanting to play high quality fingerstyle guitar. And we do that every day. Let me make sure the link is working. Click. And there I am. And we're ready to go. All right. So that's disappointing. Yeah. Hey guys, everybody's logged in early today. Well, not that early. 3:02. Hey Vic. Yeah. Vic usually spends all day every day with me, but I ended up missing 2 lessons today, so I feel like I haven't got my Vic time in yet today. All right, let's see. We're playing guitar today. The songs we're playing will be Moon River on Andante in G by Carulli. That's our tough one. We're also playing Buffalo Gals and Brother John. So we've got a nice group of songs to play today. I'm going to pull up my guitar group here. Guitar, book 1. You know what? Why don't we do this? Let's start on book 4 today. Let's start with Moon River and we'll work our way down. What do you guys think? I think that sounds like fun to do it that way. Let's go to Moon River first. Hey Evelyn, you're in. Arlo's in. All right, I got my top level players in right off the bat. Awesome. We'll start in 2 minutes. I'm going to start with Moon River. I'm going to go 4, 3, 2, 1 today. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 3. Yeah. So yeah, sounds. There was no Thursday night tonight. So I'm having a condo board association meeting. That was part of the mess that ended up happening this morning. Was a little bit of that kind of stuff, and that's going to happen with me, right? Mostly I just want to sit and play music all day long every day, but I sign up for things to help out when I think I'm going to be helpful, and then it turns into being a problem. So anyway, we're going to play it. We're going to play until now. No guitar tonight. Normally on Thursday nights we have a level 4 only get together, and level 4 I think. It's not a great name for that. Level 1 and 2 is where all of the music happens. All of the toolbox buildings happen in levels 1 and 2. By the time you're done with level 2, you know how to play tough acts. You know how to play melody. You know how to switch chords back and forth. You know how to pluck an arpeggio. Level 3 is really designed just to give you experience with that. Level 3, I think there's 4 chords in that level that don't show up in level 2. So that tells you how important level 2 is. Most of the important chords are going to show up in level 2. B flat doesn't show up in level 2. That's the only one I can think of right off the bat that's important that doesn't show up in level 2. And so level 3 is really the top level. Really, the songs are a little older and they have a tendency to work a little better on guitar, where things are nice and neat and orderly in the old-fashioned kind of way of playing music, and can be quite rewarding at level 3. But the modern songs, fancy songs, are all in level 4, and sometimes Sometimes they're harder to play. Sometimes they're really hard to play. But I don't necessarily think that that's the level that everybody needs to be playing at. Not all, you don't always need to make it hard, you know. So, hey Elizabeth, good to see you. Glad you're here. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Today we're playing in backwards order. We're doing Moon River first, then we'll do Carulli, then we'll do. I'm drawing a blank again. The level 2 song, Buffalo Gals. Is that what I said? And then Brother John to wrap it up. So if you grab your Moon Rivers, like to go through, sing it, make sure that your chords are in good shape. As you guys know, I'm a crummy singer, and but I still think knowing your chords and being able to get moving around this song is interesting because it's a lot of work. There's a lot of chords in it. None of them are outlandish. Well, the one we put one outlandish chord in, which is really just a C7. Um, um, and so let's strum it real quick. If you are working on your right hand techniques, whenever we talk about doing the chords, you know that you have choices. You got this one, this one, this one, this one. So you've got lots of choices to figure out which one makes the most sense for you. I'm going to try to do this where the beat is steady, and then you can mess around with whatever you want to right hand wise. Okay, so we're in G. Let me play the intro, and then we'll strum from there out. We'll just do the chords. Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Old dream maker, you heart breaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 drifters. Wait, my machine didn't go. There, this machine. I apologize. So let's pick up from measure 21. 1, 2, 3. 2 drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. 1 and 2 and to the top. Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Dream maker, you heart breaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, second ending. Moon River and okay. Whole whole lot of work on those chords. It takes a while to get. After a while, you're like, God, we got to change again. Almost no measures. There's a couple of double measures where there's the same chord twice, but for the most part, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now the only nice part about it is there's no bar chords in there, right? And so they're all in open position, all standard issue chords. I've been trying for the most part to play the fancier G, but the regular G works just fine. And so it does seem like it's a lot, awful lot of chord changing. But I think, yeah, obviously that's something we're working on a level 4, or making sure that level 4 we got a good and solid, that there's none of those sneaky ones that jump in. Let's play the melody through one time only. We'll start at measure 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Second ending. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Done. Okay. Nice melody, right? Really nice. Don't need to play all the chords. Don't need to play all the tough acts. Just play that. Just make that as good as you can make that, and you'll be happy. It makes you happy. All right. Chord melody. 2 times through, just as written. Remember, the second time you come through, you got to jump at 38. I'll try to remember to remind you. Really, the hardest part is the ending on this song, I think. And otherwise, it's just the repetitiveness and just staying focused all the way through. That's, I find, to be one of the harder parts of this song, because it does. It's sort of repetitive, but it's also enough different from measure to measure that you feel like, gosh, it's kind of a slog. All right. I always start with the 3s and 7s from the top. 1, 2, 3. Fermata and then go. Go. Second ending. Classic Gary. Doing okay up to the last 3 or 4 meters. Then head goes somewhere else. I'm never going to be able to play in a Sunday afternoon golf tournament because I'm always falling apart at the end. Okay, Moon River. We've been at it a couple weeks. Hopefully, some part of that playing that is making sense to you. A really nice song. I really enjoy just sitting down with the guitar and seeing what happens. Remember, the smart money is on practicing the sections that are hard for you, not necessarily playing the whole song. So the one thing I notice when I'm watching, I have one student right now who is a very fine player, but takes forever to get this. I got a thing stuck in my throat. It takes forever to get her, hers or her. It takes forever to get the music together because has a tendency to play top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, turn the page, top to bottom, top to bottom, top to bottom, turn the page. Whereas the smarter money is finding those places in the song that are just killing you every single time. You're like I know this thing. I'm getting better at that because that's what I've been working on, right? As I know that's coming up, I'm going to get that on. And so find those places in any song that are eating you up a little bit and just work on those sections. If you're playing a song and nothing's particularly giving you a fuss, then there's no reason to work on it except to master it, right? But when you have a song that you know, oh man, every single time I get to this one little section, it's just I'm having to struggle through that, then just work on that one little section. I'm not warmed up enough as I missed ukulele. Oh, yeah, right. I do have to say, it's fascinating. I am. Usually by the time I get to guitar, I'm exhausted from all of the other classes. And so sometimes I don't play as well as I wish in guitar. That's my excuse. Okay. And don't tell me otherwise. All right. Let's play Andante in G by Carulli. Yeah, you got to come to ukulele class to get warmed up for a guitar class. That's a duh. All right. Let's play Andante in G. Remember, this guy is a lifelong piece. You could play this literally every single day until you have it completely memorized and mastered. And even then, I'm betting that it could use some more work. So, absolutely gorgeous tune. Everything about it is super cool. The bass notes are amazing. And it's all about making your finger choices and then sticking with them. I think that this song is absolutely playable at level 3, no question. But sticking with the very consistent finger choices is a new skill that you may or may not have mastered yet. And so when I play this, man, the first 6 months I was on this, I think I spent about 4 solid months trying to put this thing together. And I got where every single finger knew exactly what it was supposed to do. And even now, when I have it not, when I transferred it from paper into this electronic format, I didn't carry my notes over. But I feel like, man, I know when I made a bad finger choice because my whole body's like, what are you doing? All right, let's give it a try. Nice and slow, not fast at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to start from the top. I don't know what the heck I was playing. What was I playing? I put these new super heavy strings on this thing, and the top ones are amazing, really lovely. These bottom ones are so heavy, it's like playing a log, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna have to change those out. All right, from the top again. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the top. 5. 5. we doing on that one? How's that coming along? Give me your thoughts on where you're at on that, and let me know if that feels like something. That feels like a song we might need to spend a couple weeks on. It's a beautiful piece of music. I'd say definitely as a warm-up piece, probably makes some sense. Hopefully, this is a piece of music. The page two is harder. Page two is harder. Yeah, I feel like you know I've had lots of students tackle it, and most of them are eventually pretty successful. But I think probably because it's fairly short and it's not terrible to practice. Um, but yeah, I'm always amazed. You get to measures 4 and measure 7 and 8, and you really have your work cut out for you. And I make plenty of goofs even now, and I at one point had this thing memorized. So yeah, it's a tough one. Still a piece, still in pieces, but they're stronger now. Still trying just to read the notes. Yeah, are you working? You're working on just off of the standard notation up there, and I do think there's value in that. Um, I think that what I find with the standard notation is that it's not meant for guitar, and so a lot of time it is a much slower methodology for reading the notes you need to pluck. And when you see a low E, there's only one choice on the guitar. But when you see a high D here, you have lots of choices for that note. And so there's this tendency when you look at standard notation to have, well, it's most likely that D, but it might be one of these other Ds. And so I find it challenging. So I'm glad you're working on that, Elizabeth. Uh, won't catch me working on it. All right. Well, we are gonna run through the scales. We're gonna pick a scale every day. I think is what we're gonna do. Let's run over to book 2. I played with the local group here yesterday for my Lakewood classes, and so my book is all a mess. We were working on a Tisket a Tasket last night. Today we're working on Buffalo Gals. I have a Zoom class I'm doing for the city of Lakewood, and we had about 9 people last night. Lots of level 1 people. Level 2, they're a little slower to get going on level 2, and you guys should know that that's okay, right? As long as you keep showing up, it doesn't really matter what level you're playing at. This is challenging stuff. All right, Buffalo Gals got 2 chords. This is the whole purpose of this song, getting from G to D. 1, 2, 3. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a pretty little gal I chanced to meet. Oh, she was fair to see. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? I danced with the gal with the hole in her stocking, and her heel kept a knocking, and her toes kept a rocking. I danced with the gal with the hole in her stocking, and danced by the light of the moon. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? So, uh, um, G chord to D7. Make it fun. Play a little louder than you normally do. Push it a little bit. See if you can't turn that into something. It's a cute song. Playing all 4 verses is really fun. Let's play the melody. From the top, 3-beat count-in. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Again, I find leaning into my strings just a little bit, pushing them a little bit, making my guitar sing a little bit brighter, a little bit louder, a little bit braver. You get better tone. Finally, tough acts. By the way, if you are newer and you're working on your arpeggio patterns, you look and you say, all right, it's in 4. I'm going to pluck 8 in each measure because it's a multiple of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, down the street. That's fast, or I can play it a little bit faster. As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street. Okay, so all I'm doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And so you can either do 4 beats per measure or 8 beats per measure. Occasionally, if a song's slow enough, I'll do 12 beats per measure, right? Really get these guys going. It sounds really cool when you do that. These are earthwood strings. The bottom 2 I love. I can tolerate strings 3 and 4. Strings 5 and 6 are just too heavy. They are phosphor bronze, which is sort of the it string right now, and all the guitar people are putting them on. They do have a nice ringing, shimmering tone, but I needed really heavy strings for the lower parts because this is a smaller scale guitar. I needed some heavier strings that could really get the job done, which I'm glad I went to. They've eliminated the buzz. They've just kind of made the whole machine speak a little bit more authoritatively, but these are so heavy that they're just I don't know what number they are, but when I was putting on, I'm like, this is ridiculous. So I'm probably going to go back to my silver ones out of the Savara's silver bound sets for at least these 3. It's always something you're messing with. And it doesn't have to be. I don't think most classical guitar players ever mess with their strings. They find ones that work and they stick with them. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Tough uke, tough axe. 3-beat count-in. 1, 2, 3. D chord. Whoops, sorry guys. sorts of goofy stuff at the end. Very nice, right? Fun little piece of music. Not, I don't know what the heck I got in my throat. And I like that song. Last one, Brother John. Dun, 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 dun. Those of you guys that are new, this is your moment. Okay, tomorrow we're playing this in concert, and hopefully a couple of people from my Wednesday night class with the Zoom class. I've been inviting them to come join us here. So hopefully a couple of them are sneaking in. All right, let's see if I can get this out of my throat. All right. All right, Brother John. Remember, if you're level 1, you're only working on 2 things. Well, 4 things. Hold the guitar. Eddie 8 Dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. Big spin on top of that lately. E, A, D, G, B, E. And then you've got your E chord, index, middle, ring. 1, 2, ready, play. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? Brother John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing. Ding, dong, ding, dang, dong. One more time. Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonne les matines, sonne les matines. Ding, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong. Always hang on to your chord at the end. Let the guitar do all of its job, and if you have to stop it, just drag your hand up over the bridge like that, and that'll stop it. The reason I teach this, well, eventually you're going to mess around with an electric guitar. You shouldn't, because it's the dark side, but you eventually will, and you'll just take your hand and drive it up over like that. Electric guitars are very sensitive to you just slapping your hand down on top of them. You do that, and you're going to have a whole world of hurt coming out of your amplifier. And then finally on Brother John, the melody notes. Okay, let's play the melody. This is something, especially those of you guys that are getting along and you're like, hey, I'm having fun playing guitar. Somebody's going to ask you to teach them guitar. This is a song you want to just memorize these first, the melody on this, so you can be working with them to help them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string, wash and repeat. Okay, so with level 1 play, the big messages I'm getting is, hey, that first line means it's a string. That's the string on the top is your string on the bottom. The notes, the numbers on there are what fret to hold down, and getting it in proper timing. So when I meet people the first time, I don't care if it's in time. I want them to just know where the notes are. When we meet the second time, I've given them the night or the week to work on that and get their timing up. The 7-9-7-5-4-0 needing to be twice as fast as everything else is a little bit daunting when you first start getting started. So hopefully if you're playing that and you're like, God, I started with Gary and I used to struggle on that. Now I don't. Hopefully that feels good, right? Okay, last thing I want to do, I do want to run through a scale. I want us to do a scale today. So grab your daily scales, and let's use the D scale today so that we can talk about those positions. So grab off of the front page of the website your 5 scales. I gave you a C, a G, a D, an A, and an E, which are the guitar-friendly scales. Okay, so you guys generally speaking. Eventually, we will learn some ways around playing F scale and B flat. Okay, but at least initially, let's just get our fingers thinking smart thoughts and how we handle a very traditional scale. And Elizabeth yesterday asked, "Hey, where are these rock scales that? Where are these rock scales that you speak of?" Well, I did. After I was done, I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm right. I just typed into Google. Rock guitar scales, and the first 3 or 4 websites that came up had exactly the patterns sitting on them. So if you're wanting to mess around with other scales, you can. um, the ones that I've given you here are what I would consider to be very traditional, very straight up, very um, just double octave scales with as low of position as possible. And I think for the most part, they'll make nice warm ups. Okay, so when I want to play the key of D, that's the third scale down at the third scale. Yeah, one, two, three, third scale down. When you're looking at this, you see it starts with a 0 on the 4th string, then a 2 on the 4th string, and then a 4. Make sure you're using your pinky on 4s, okay? There's no other right answer. And then you're going to go down to the next string, 0, 2, 4 again. Now you're at 1, 2 on the second string. Okay, then 0, 2, 3. I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong string. Third string is 1, 2. Where am I at? Am I looking at the right thing? I'm not looking at the right thing. I'm totally looking at the wrong. My eyeballs went to the wrong thing. Let's start from the top. Measure 3. I'm going to put that. I got to make this look. All right. So 0. So we're starting on the 4th string. That part I had right. 0. And then you're going to play a 2. That's your E. Then you play a 4. That's F sharp. Then you're going to play O. That's your G, of course. 2 is an A. And then go to the second string, 0. That's your B. Hit at a 2, you need a C sharp for D scale. You hit a 3. Okay, now you play 0, 2, 3 on the first string, which is your E. F sharp. 3 is your G. Now you're going to slide to 5th position, and you got to do this instantaneously. 5 is your A note. 7 is your B note. And then you're going to slide up to 9. And then 10. Okay, so you are using index and middle. When you hit 10, that's of course your high D. Then you can take your 9 to play a C sharp. Okay, 7 to get your B. 5, index finger on 5. That's your A. Okay, slide back down. 3, 2. Open is your E. 3, 2. O. 2. G chord or G note. Ring finger on 4. 2. Okay, now I'm staring at the tabbed version of that, and so I'm thinking numbers, right? But for those of you guys that are thinking, yep, I really am going to learn to do this through standard notation. Again, you do not have to. It's something you're choosing as a self-edification process. That is 100% fine. What we want to do now is play exactly the same scale, but call out the notes as you're playing them. That way you start to associate, okay, that's a D, you know? As an A. I was like, that's not a D. And so that's a G. D, G, D, G, D, E, F sharp. God, that's an E. I'm like, none of those are right. The words that are coming out of my mouth are not right. Let's just say the notes as we go up the scale. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. D, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. I'm going to have to drop my voice an octave. E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B, A, G, F sharp, God, E, D, C sharp, B, whatever that note is, F sharp, E, D. Okay, so obviously my brain is melting down and with the note names. Um, if you're learning that, I would absolutely not use the tablature, and I would just learn the pattern, and I would stare at the fingers, the plays on the fretboard, and just memorize those names, because those names come up in other scales, obviously. If that's not important to you, if you're a tab player, you could still take advantage of playing scales. Read the tab. Okay. Once you have mastered that, then you switch over to doing index middle, index middle, index middle, index middle, index middle, and play it that way. So there's always levels of increasing complexity, and I don't want to overdo the importance of scales. I don't, to be honest, I don't, unless you're going into academic guitar, I'm not positive you need to do them at all. Or if you're going into jazz guitar, you absolutely have to do them all. So you sort of decide which direction that's going to take you. But if you're playing fingerstyle and you're going to be playing at your house, you're happy as a clam doing what we're doing. You don't need to do any of that stuff. So be thoughtful about what it is you want to work on. Okay, so we'll try to do those a couple of times a week, probably, just as have a chat about them all the time. The fun part about the D scale is you are in fifth position, and then you get to go all the way to do ninth position, which is also very fun. All right. There. So tomorrow we have concert, right? Which means hopefully let me less talking and you more playing. Tomorrow we'll play Brother John both ways. We'll play Buffalo Gals all three ways. We may sing all four verses. We'll play Andante in G probably only once, maybe twice. That one's kind of a brain drain. And then Moon River as many times as we can, probably once or twice. So hopefully those are all helpful. Hopefully it's fun. Find the way to keep guitar fun. That's the one thing I see all the time is people come to me and they're like, yeah, I used to play 25 years ago. And it's just stopped being fun probably. And then usually the reason it stops being fun is because they stop showing up to, activities and get-togethers and lessons and all that stuff. So keep showing up, and you'll get to be a good player. Let's see what we got going on. Arlo says, for the rock versions, you would generally use the pentatonic forms. There are 4 forms of this. Can be played up the neck. Look up pentatonic scales, and you can see the forms. So yeah, pentatonic scales. I have a mixed opinion about pentatonic scales, but there's certainly another way to play fun music. The pentatonic scales are designed to eliminate any of the notes that might potentially cause you problems. And there's absolutely another fun set of scales to learn and study and get better at. Evelyn, good to see you. Have a wonderful afternoon. Vic, thank you. Arlo, also get complimentary chords and other good stuff. There you go, right? All right. And Nancy, good fun. Good to see you, Nancy. Guys, have a wonderful day. Go out, do good, be safe, keep practicing, keep showing up. That's the important one. And like and subscribe. And if you want to play scales, play scales. If you don't want to play scales, don't play scales. All right. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Thanks, Elizabeth.